What is happening, people? Scarface Spurs here, back on another one of these interviews. Today, I'm joined by the wonderful Newcastle fan and content creator, John Sinclair. John, how you doing?
Big up to Harry. Thank you so much for having us on, mate. And yeah, just great to be on. It's been a while, but I'm here and good to have us on, man.
Excellent to hear you. It has been a while, but nonetheless, fantastic to get you on again. If you're new to the channel, guys, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. It's free to do so, very quick as well, and it helps the channel's content grow and improve not only now but going into the future. If you like what you've seen, smash the like button and get involved in the comments. And if you're listening after on the podcast platform, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, don't forget to give us a follow and a 5-star review. But we'll crack straight into it, John. Why did you first start YouTube?
It's something I wanted to do. I mean, I should have done it way before that because I thought I had the ability and the talent to do it. And I didn't feel confident at first, but as I was going on, I started over 3 years ago. I've done that, and then I thought I took a little break from it, and then I decided to give it another go, and all of a sudden, it just took off really. So just I'd say go for it again, keep grinding, and just love my passion. I want to do something different, and it worked out. So it's just to give the people what they want, and yeah, no regrets.
Absolutely, all about that consistency. Tell people who don't know, John, how many subscribers is the channel currently on for you?
Yeah, at the minute it's on 7,934. It may drop off
Wow.
a little bit, and yeah, just gotta keep grinding out and do some good videos and that. Keep going, and also think outside the box. Not just do Newcastle content. Do like collabs as well, like yourselves and Soph and Alice and a few other people as well. So yeah, so nearly
Yeah,
on.
absolutely, all fantastic people you mentioned there. Obviously, the downside to it is trolling and hating, right? Yeah, me and you
Yeah,
both, but also others. We put ourselves in the spotlight. We create content, for people for them to enjoy. Sadly, I think that's something you're always going to encounter. It's something we both experienced, especially recently. So,
yeah.
what message do you have to the trolls if they were listening?
My message to the trolls was a pretty strong one. Yeah, my advice to them: if you keep a while as the trolls, please stop. You're not doing yourself any favors. Yeah, you're not going to force stuff on YouTube. We're here for a long time. We're going to be here as long as we are because I feel we're successful at what I'm doing, what we're doing as well. And if you're going to keep trolling, then you're just going to live your sad, lonely life. And I'll tell you one thing: yeah, it's happened for a long time. Please stop. Give it up. If you don't, then you're going to be hated even more.
Yeah, absolutely. Really strong message you said there, John. So thank you very much for that. For me, I think that, everyone's sad he's going to get that trolling. I think it comes down to jealousy and trying to bring someone down. So, my message is to trolls that it's never too late to do the right thing. If you stop now, we're not going to hold a grudge against you because everyone does make mistakes. The majority of us, myself included, be happy to accept, what you've done. But, it's not helping yourself, as you said, John. And, there's
Yeah,
lots of YouTubers that work really, really hard, create content, every
yeah,
day. I mean, we can both speak,
yeah,
from personal experience about that. So
yeah.
I think that trolling and hating is unnecessary. We're not going to listen to it ultimately, and
No, definitely
need to
not. And the
stop.
fact, not end of the day, right? I mean, thing is, if you bite back at them, they gonna come back at you even harder. That's fine. That's no problem. Yeah.
Mm,
But at the end of the day, right? You're gonna keep doing it. Cool. Keep doing it, but you're not gonna force stuff on this platform. Never in a
exactly.
million years.
Challenge the opinion
Yeah.
rather than the person. That's what I see. But I don't know about you, John, but the experiences with trolls, you don't get them come on your show and debate you. They don't want to debate you. They just want to call you out, call you this, call you that. I mean, they don't they're just faceless trolls, aren't they, really?
Exactly. I mean, the fact is, at the end of the day, they just basically they're just so quick and just trolling you sort of thing. If you want to do good, they just think, you know what, let's get them, blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
let's turn it into
Just
a negative.
yeah.
Absolutely.
To some of our fan base, right? I'll tell you something now. Some of our fan base, not all of them, some are just one of the worst I've ever seen. Do you know what I mean? It's just
Mm.
incredible. They sit at home, keyboard warriors, behind the keyboard, right? Calling you out,
We
trying to
have
teach
loads as
you.
well, sadly.
It's ridiculous, man, isn't it? I just don't know
Mm.
why. But like I said, if you, I mean, if you back at them, if you have a go at them, especially on X or whatever sort of thing, then I'm afraid to say, they're going to come back at you. And that's a damn shame because one day it could happen to their family.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you could. So just watch out, basically. Absolutely. But I do want to focus on football. So I will come to you, back to you, John. Newcastle season. You had Champions League to juggle at the start. You've had lots of injuries. It's no secret. We've all seen that. Newcastle fan, you hate or love Newcastle. They've had injuries in very key positions as well. Really, properly fragile squad. Consistently as well. Didn't really have I wouldn't say there's one match they really had 11. Strong players, if you like, to field. You finished 7th in the end, and it obviously meant no Europe. Man United winning the FA Cup. So, what's your overall thoughts on the season?
Look, we had a tough season. It's a challenging season. I mean, especially in the middle of the season, we'd had so many injuries, which haven't helped, and people had to come in and fill the place as well. Now, I mean, we had a tough start this season. We beat Villa at home, and then the next 3 games was really, really tough. City away, Liverpool away, Brighton away, and we had to do something about it, and we lost to Liverpool, we lost to Brighton, lost to Man City, which is really tough, and then we had to start again. We did okay the second part the season, but I felt that it could have been a lot better. If we look at the Chelsea game at the Carabao Cup quarterfinals, we could have gone through. Trippier's misplaced header went straight to Mudryk, and not only did they score from it, we're out of the competition. And if you look at the games we should have beaten Luton at home, Forest at home, and Bournemouth at home. We didn't beat them home all the way, right? With drops in City points, and the teams who should be beaten could have got to the top 4. But if we look at it, I mean, the FA Cup, we were unlucky. We played away in every single away ties until came to Man City, and we got beat off that. We got beat off them, and which is no surprise. We just didn't have the team to do it. But Eddie Howe has done a fantastic job. I love Eddie to bits, but he's got to drop his favourites, and I'm talking about 36 Miggy, Well, Target, I mean, we've got to try to sell him as well, but he's on 100k a week, Wow. He has got to change. He's got to change the side up, We know players are leaving. Richie's gone. Dominic's gone. Karius has gone. Kel Watts has gone. And Jeff Hendrick has gone, out of contract, But we need more players to be leaving as well. Now, I can understand we can't get rid of them because of FFP. So we're going to have to try and get rid of some. Like Ryan Fiercer, he can go as well. Miguel Miron, he can go as well. But Eddie's got to stop playing his favourites. Now, Harry, I don't know if your fans have seen this. I've got to say this now. We haven't won a title since 1927. We haven't won a domestic cup since 1955 in the FA Cup. And the last trophy we won is 1969 in the first cup, the year I was born. 55 years on, we still haven't won a trophy. I mean, for me, elite sports is all about winning trophies. I mean, I'm happy to win a trophy and a top 6 place this season. But
so am I with Spurs.
I know, you won it in 2008, didn't you?
Absolutely, exactly,
But it is what it is, man. But it's a bad time we won a trophy. I mean, honestly, we deserve to win a trophy, man. I know people say we've got to be patient, but 55, and the fans would still tell us we've got to be patient, Where do you want us to win it?
Must be frustrating.
It is hurtful. It was so hurtful. Do you know what I mean? I mean, look, we look at top clubs, right? We look at clubs, right? Like Oxford, Luton, Leicester, Everton, They've won trophies, before us, between 69 and now.
It's bonkers.
It is bonkers. Even Sunderland won a trophy, 1973, in the FA Cup, where they beat a fantastic Leeds team. They won a trophy for us. But if you look at the finals we played, we must have lost about 5 or 6 finals between that time. We deserve success, Harry. We really do. We've got the players, but can Eddie Howe get us over the line? And I hope he stays. I want him to succeed. I really do. I want us to succeed. But these owners may not wait that long. That is the thing.
Yeah.
And if Eddie wins the trophy next season, I'll be over the moon. I'm not going to tap it on him at all whatsoever. But I hope that Eddie succeeds at Newcastle. I want him to. Because...
Yeah, and... Yeah. Yeah, sorry, it's just as a neutral fan point of view, I just really like Eddie Howe. There's something about him in terms of the way he's got the community together, like simple things, John, and that you can obviously relate to, like regardless, win, lose or draw, at the end they go around and clap all the fans. Just for me, he's brought Newcastle together as a city, as a community, really brought everyone together. And I think we talk about patience. I think that there will be because of what Eddie Howe's doing, and you can see there's a project there. You can see, for me, it just comes across in interviews. I really like the guy, and obviously you mentioned that. So for you, do you think, obviously, do you think he's the right man to win a trophy? You talked about getting over the line there. Can he do it, or do you need to bring in a proven winner? Your Mourinho's, your Conte's, have both been snapped up as we speak?
For me, I mean, Jose Mourinho's gone to Fenerbahce, by the way. So
yeah, and Conte's going to Napoli. Here we go, as we're recording this.
Yes, good luck for Conte, by the way, because I tell you what.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think he'll win something there. By the way, I wouldn't be surprised if they won a title next season. We'll see.
No, I think they will.
But for me, I mean, I'm going back to get over the line from Eddie. I want Eddie to get over the line. I really, really do. Yeah. He's got a contract, I think it's up until 2026, 27, but the club ain't going to tell us. But I've got a feeling it's going to be 26. Yeah. But I want Eddie to succeed. He's playing the right brand of football. But like I said, he's got to drop his favourites. Now, what I want to see next season, right, is Tonali to come back with Bruno and Joe Linton. Bruno Guimaraes. Right, in the midfield three.
Okay, yeah, I like Bruno.
He's a good player. He really is a good player. We must hang on to him. I think we will, I really hang on to him. We must also hold on to Isak. Anthony Gordon on the left, Barnes on the right.
I quite like Isak if you wouldn't mind. How much would your price tag be on him? Obviously, you have to keep hold of him. What's the minimum that you'd even listen for Alexander Isak? How valuable is he?
Well, the minimum price for him, going back to his age, he's only 23. We're talking 120, 130 million minimum.
Wow.
And that's the minimum. But what I want to see from Isak this next season is a fully fit Isak. No more injuries. Because at the end of the day, we badly missed him in games. And he scored 25 goals this season in an injury-hit season. That is amazing for the big Swede. And I tell you what I love about him is pace, runs down the channels, cut inside, scores some cracking goals.
With both feet as well. Scores with both feet.
He does.
I think it's impressive.
He does. Good in the air as well. And
he
is so key for us this season. But I feel that if he stays, we have got to win a trophy or get top four. One off the two. But otherwise, we're going to end up losing him. And that is a sad thing, state of affairs, because I love Isak. And he's going to be so hard to replace if we ever lose him. So tough to replace. And he's a linchpin up front. He is the pivotal up top. Yeah. Callum Wilson, for me, is done because he's injury prone. I mean, I love him for what he's done, but he's injury prone. We need another striker coming in. That's the most important thing. But we look at it. I mean, I don't know if his heart is in it anymore because he wanted to go to Atletico Madrid. That's what I'm hearing. He wanted to go to Atletico Madrid. I'm not ITK here, by the way. I'm not. Right. I'm just going by my opinion. Yeah. But he wanted to go there. But Eddie said no. The club said no. But we'll see what happens in the summer. But wherever Callum goes, probably West Ham maybe, or back to Bournemouth maybe, or even Ipswich.
I was thinking Bournemouth. I think Solanke might leave Bournemouth. Well, having said that, they're doing really well under Iriola, and I think the project's bright. But I think Solanke has proven this season that he can take the next step up. Obviously Ipswich, I think Kiefer Moore, will they keep it? I think they need some support in that area. Look at Leicester, Vardy's aging. I don't think Daka can do it. I don't think Iniacho can do it. So I think that they need a striker. It's got Man United. Let's talk about, just going off topic for a minute, John. Teams that need a number 9. For me, Man United to support Højlund. I think Tottenham need a number 9. You could argue, I think that Liverpool need a number 9. Is Núñez up to it? Can he get 30, 35 goals? I don't think so. I think that Chelsea need a number 9. I think that you need a number 9. A backup to Isak. There's so many teams that are looking for strikers, but I think there's quite a few out there. For example, Alexander Isak, you mentioned. Newcastle outside of Europe, they probably will need to sell some players with FFP. They'll be very reluctant to sell Isak and Guimaraes, but they'll be, they're not going to say, completely not listen, because if an offer of 100 plus million comes in, I do think that they will listen. So for you, do you think, how do you feel about not being Europe? But do you think it will affect you with FFP massively, as much as people like me think it will?
Yeah, some of the fans, right, in social media said that the Europa Conference is not a good league sort of thing, not a good competition. They're just glad they're not entering it. Yeah, but for me, right, I'm gutted not in Europe. It was in our hands. We could have got Europa League, but we lost. We drew at Brighton, got beat by the worst United team I've ever witnessed in my life. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so that's 4 points dropped, and that would have been enough to get us into Europa League. Yeah, you look at the games, like I say, we should have won. Luton at home, yeah. Bournemouth home. Probably should not have lost to them, yeah. That is the thing. We have lost 11 away games this season in the Premier League, and that's one of the reasons, Harry.
That's loads.
It's so too much. That is awful. But a home
that's
section,
bad.
That is awful. That's relegation form, man. And
I tell you relegation form.
We did not deserve to be in Europe. And a lot of our fan base, I haven't even spoke about that at all whatsoever. You mentioned that. They're not going to be bothered. But at the end of the day, I say it how it is. Yeah, that is bad. That is awful. Yeah, we should not lose 11 away games for a club like Newcastle. And that needs to be addressed real quick. You cannot take those defeats into new season. We're a soft belly. Yes, we missed Sven Botman with a long-term injury. Other players out as well. Miley is out as well. I mean, Livramento didn't feel well, but Tonali obviously suspended, well documented as well. He's a massive miss as well. But you know what, Harry? We got to go with it. We need to address that very, very quickly, because you can't go into a new season with that form. Otherwise, we're going to be in massive trouble. I don't mean relegated.
Yeah, I think it's true. I think a lot of people understand what you've had. But again, if you're going to finish 8th next season outside of Europe, questions will be asked of Eddie Howe, even though he's done a good job. But before we get on to Spurs and Ange Postecoglou, John, obviously we have talked a lot about Newcastle's season. If I asked you to rate it out of 10, obviously 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, what would you give it? For me, I'm looking somewhere in between, I'm thinking.
For me, I mean, I know a lot of people saying 7s. I mean, I did a player rating as well online. They're saying 8s and 9s, and I'm not sure about that, to be fair. But I'll have to take into consideration the whole season. I mean, yes, we beat PSG. That's the best result for me, 4-1. When we talk about the league, 11 away defeats unacceptable. Losing to the Forest, it is. I mean, losing to the Forest is unacceptable. Drawn at Luton, we should have lost it. Unacceptable. Couldn't beat Luton home or away. Yeah. We had opportunities to go to the Carabao Cup final. Hasn't happened. But taking into consideration, right? I spoke to Alice the other day. She gave Newcastle 6 out of 10. So
yeah, that's what I'd give it. 6.5.
I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. 6.5 for me. 6.5 for Newcastle. And I'm sorry, I've upset a lot of fans. That's what I'm going to give it. I'll give it a 6.5. The reason I say 5 on top, we beat PSG 4-1.
Yeah, I think that's a really good result. But I don't. The fans that say 8 and 9 out of 10, they would have been the fans at the start of the season that were expecting you to get top 4. So I think overall, for me, it's difficult, John, because last season I think you overachieved getting in the Champions League. I think it was unexpected for Eddie Howe to do that quickly. We knew that Newcastle ownership was big. We knew that FFP would hold them back a bit. We knew there's a lot to look forward to from a Newcastle point of view and a lot to worry about the team that Spurs, Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, that end of the league. But he done it so quickly, and then this season is really bad. You almost expect it in reverse. You expected 8th in the first season under the ownership with Eddie Howe, but then 4th in the second. That would have made so much sense. But it's happened the other way around, hasn't it? So it's a big surprise. But we move on, shall I say? And could get words that then. On to Spurs and Ange Postecoglou. So firstly, John, what do you think of Ange Postecoglou? The way he comes across in interviews and what you've seen so far in these 12 odd months at the Spurs.
First off, I mean, I'm a Celtic fan, set inside, but I like this manager. I really like this manager, yeah? What you see is what you get from him, yeah? He's not going to be fluffy, and he's not going to be nicey, yeah?
No nonsense.
No nonsense. It tells us straight. It tells us straight, right? And, You ask him a silly question, you're going to get a silly answer, and he's going to rip you apart, yeah? But for me, right, I mean, you take it or leave it with Ange Postecoglou, yeah? Because, look, what he's done this season, the first 10 games, fantastic. Couldn't get anything wrong, yeah? He plays football the right way, yeah? And he picks a team that suits the system, yeah? Not 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, maybe 4-2-3-1, yeah? And losing Harry Kane is a massive, massive blow. You didn't replace him. That is the thing. Yeah. But he's done really well. He made some good signings there. Vicario on goal, I think he's fantastic. Watched his career at Empoli. I think he's a talented keeper. Van der Ven. Am I pronouncing his name? Van der Ven?
Yeah, Van der Ven has been exceptional.
I tell you what, that guy, give him a 9 out of 10. Pace, quick, great tackler. And he's full out defence with Romero, who I do like as well. No nonsense defender. So you got the base there. Pedro Porro, fantastic. Goes forward and comes back here. Defence as well. Sometimes could be over elaborate, but he's a good player. Yeah, scored some cracking goals against Burnley. Amazing goal. Doggy, I think you missed him. You missed him. I'm glad you signed him on a 6.5-year deal because that left back, a Doggy, fantastic.
Very good thing to do from the club to commit a Doggy long term. Very sensible.
Smart move from the guy because he came with Udinese. And I tell you what, I've always rated this guy. Lovely going forward. I mean, he scored the first goal against us. And there was poor defender by Newcastle, by the way. I can't even lie. You look at the holders. You got Papa Sarr. He'll come good. He's going to come good, Papa Sarr. I mean, does the dirty work. Bissouma, you don't know what you're going to get from him now. When he was
no, you don't know.
He's world class. But now, sometimes he's good, sometimes he's poor, yeah? So you got those two in the whole row. Højbjerg, I mean, I quite like Højbjerg, by the way. He doesn't get the credit that he deserves, in my opinion. I do like him. He does the job. Yeah, he's not world class, but he does the job. His name says, the Sacco says on the tin, and that is to sort things out in the midfield. And then you got attacking three. You got Brennan Johnson, you got Decky, and you also got Son with Richarlison. Now I love Son to bits. The question is, is he the same player now, Son? Is he slowing down, or is he just dropping back to 10 now? That is the thing. I love Son. I still think he's got it. But when he missed that chance against Man City, 1-on-1.
So unlike him.
That should be into the back of the net, man. And then Richarlison, do Richarlison things. When he comes on, again, you don't know what you're going to get. Yeah, he works hard for the team. He tracks back. That's what I like about him, and he scores some great goals. But at the end of the day, right, you got the talent, and then you got Timo Werner as well. On his day, he's hot and cold for me, Timo Werner. Hot and cold for me. But you've got to win another year's season.
I think he's good for squad depth, John. I think it's a good option to have, but he's not going to get you, 15, 20 goals a season. He's going to chip in with a few assists. So I think we still need to sign a winger on top of Werner. Would you agree?
Oh, 100%. You need a winger. I mean, just to add that bit of strength and that talent as well. I mean, Brennan Johnson, up and down season for me in his first season. It's tough for him, I'm not going to lie. Kulusevski, hasn't been that great this season, I can't lie. And Son is doing some things. When he's on it. I do love Son. I think he's terrific. But what you need, like I said earlier, you need a 9. You need a replacement. You need a striker. Big time. And I tell you what, there's not many strikers out there. Yeah, we got a striker. We got an elite striker in Isak. Yeah,
it's very true.
Also, haven't really got a striker. Yeah, you haven't got a striker.
That's another club I missed out. Arsenal. They need a number 9 as well.
Yeah,
so many.
They need a as well. But it's still got Jesus and Nketiah, or they can play Martinelli as a false 9. Yeah. But the fact
are any of them going to win you the title, though? I don't think any of those three are going to get any more than 5-10 goals. That's the thing. And I believe that every team that wants to reach the next level needs a prolific goal scorer. And, it's not like that Harry Kane's about. But someone like Isak, I think, is you're close you're going to get to that. There are strikers out there, John, as you say, but certainly not on the cheap. Like Bournemouth, Solanke, they want a fair bit, obviously, with Isak as well. So it's going to be hard, but look, many clubs need a number 9. It's no secret, and they're overcharged because they know that so many clubs are looking for one.
Facts, absolute facts. And the thing is, Harry, right? I mean, if you've got a Premier League in England, you got to pay premium because they're English. And I don't want to say that. I should not say that. Yeah, it doesn't matter what nationality you are. I should really not have really said that because it's true. Because
well, it's true. They get more of a price tag on them if they're English and homegrown. It's just true.
very.
Yeah.
I mean, let's put it this way, right? Dominic Solanke is worth what? Between 67 mil. Has he ever won a title? No, he has not. Is he worth 60, 70 million? No,
Has
he
he
is
has
not.
he done it consistently? No. He's just really, for me, had a good season. He's let
Yeah,
go by
one good
Liverpool for a
season.
reason.
One good season. He's got to do it again. He's got to do it again. I
Yeah.
look at him. I think he's got the ability. I would say, look, one more time, do it again, Dominic.
If we're being honest with you on worth, I look at Solanke go 35, 40 million based on the season he's had. Would be right, and I'll pay that if if it's in Daniel Levy, Spurs chairman's position, or a top club's position where or manager have a say on it. For me, I would pay that money, but not. I think that Bournemouth will hold out for 80, 90, and I think that's just pushing your luck for someone that was rejected by Liverpool personally. But John, for Spurs, who do you think we should sell? You mentioned players that are struggling, Basuma, Kulusevski. Who should we move on in the summer to generate money to spend on players?
I look at that team. I mean, it's not much you can sell, really, to be fair. I mean, for me, I would go with Kulusevski. I mean, look, he hasn't done it this season. But for me, I like Kulusevski. He works hard for the team. So me, I'll give him another chance. I think I'm frozen, by the way, so I can hear you. I'll just keep going. Kulusevski for one. I look at Højbjerg as well. His name's been mentioned a lot. He could be on his way. Shame, but I rate him very highly. But I'll get him gone as well. I tell you, I'll definitely get rid of me, and I haven't even mentioned his name yet, and that's Emerson Royale. That guy, honestly, Harry, I think it's shocking. He really, really is shocking. I mean, look, I feel sorry for him. I know fans getting on his case, getting on his back is not nice to see when fans get on his back. That's the bottom line. But I just do. Can you hear us, Harry?
Yeah, can still hear you.
Sorry. So you need to get rid of him very, very quickly. His agents come out one day and said that, he could play for a bigger club sort of thing. That his agent should be sacked just to come out and say that, man.
So true.
Enough. He ain't good enough. And then you got Ben Davies. I still keep for squad depth. I still think he's a good player. He works hard for the team. There's not really many you can sell, man. I mean, Basuma, for me, I think it's been a bit of a letdown. Do you know what I mean? For me, I think it's been a big letdown. He can do better. Papa Sarr keeping. So for me, right, I mean, I'd give Kulusevski one more chance, but there's not many you can sell, man. But you've got to give it Emerson Royale. He's on top of the tree. Højbjerg, unfortunately, he wants first team football.
Yeah.
Charlison.
I really like Højbjerg, though, as you said. I completely agree with you on that. Underappreciated.
Underappreciated, underrated as well. And I think he deserves first team as well. For me, I can't think of anyone else he could so Oliver Skip, I think he needs to go on loan. He'll not be in the first team, in my opinion. Other than that, Harry, I think that's it. But you do need a 9. You got the squad there, but you do need a 9. And I also think you need a covering centre back as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. Obviously, John, we can still hear you, but we can't see you. So if you can turn your camera off and continue for now, if that's possible.
Yeah, sure. What I'll do, I reboot quickly. Is that right? I reboot it. Takes about a minute and a half. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Shall I pause it?
Yeah, pause it, man. Pause it. Be back.
So, John, for you, do you think there's any positions you need to add depth to or improve on already? If you looked at the summer transfer window, obviously being realistic, FFP will be hard, but what do you need?
We need another striker in case Callum Wilson moves on. We definitely need a right side midfield because Miggy, let's be real, I like Miggy, but I think he needs to be moved on now. But then Benio would be a cracking buy for Brentford, by the way. He'll be a good signing. I like him. So direct and he's quick. And we need another centre back. My understanding is Lloyd Kelly could be on his way. Harry, you on post, mate? That's better. Sorry about that. Yeah, Lloyd Kelly for me. I mean, that could be a done deal. Torsin from Fulham. I'm not sure if he's going to come or not now. But we definitely need another centre back. We need another goalkeeper. Because Karius could be on his way. The Bracker could be on his way. So we definitely need another goalkeeper as well. So it's not too much to add, really, Harry, because we just need to buy someone who can fix. And if we can do that, then we're going to be okay. But Sven Botman is an absolute miss at the back when he is fit. As soon as he comes back, he's very good, but he's not had a good season because he's playing with an injury. But for me, we need a centre back. And then otherwise, we're going to go with Dan Burn, Fabian Schär going into the new season. And I think Lord Kelly would be good for squad depth.
Okay, that's a very good shout. If I said to you, though, you could only sign 2 players in the summer. Obviously, he talks about the importance of bringing a striker or a centre-back. What 2 would you go with, realistically?
Realistically, I mean, that's a good question. For a striker, I just keep flipping and flopping for me. For me, as a striker, I would go to Dovik for Verona. What a season this guy's had. For Ukraine international striker. I tell you what, he's got everything, that guy, as a striker. He's good in the air, both feet, scores, head the ball as well. And he is absolutely fantastic, that guy. On the right side, I would go with Chiesa. He's got 1 year left on his contract at Juventus. I'll go for him. Or Bruno for Brentford as well. He deserves a big club. He really does deserve a big club for me. So I'd take him. And Kelly, like I said, at defence or left back, 2 for the price of 1, but he's going to be on the 3. And as for goalkeeper, I would still go for Madashvili from Valencia. I still think we could get him, but at the end of the day, we need to get on it very, very quickly. Otherwise, he either stay at Valencia or we'll probably end up going to Atletico Madrid. But money talks at the end of the day. We'll just have to wait and see.
Sadly does. It's very, very true. Flipping the question, though, if you could only sell 3 players, obviously you mentioned some there, who would they be if I said to you just 3? And you've got to think about, for me with this, who's going to generate the most money? Because you need to bring players in if you want to get back into Europe, let alone the Champions League. Someone like Almiron, are they one of your 3?
Yeah, you mentioned him, Almiron, for 1. I like him. I like his work rate. But last season, for me, he had a poor season. Very poor season. I mean, he's gone from 12 goals last season down to what, 4, 5 this season? Yeah, let's be real. I want to win trophies. I want to be fighting for top 4. I don't be contributing now. I'm not going to lie. So I think his time is done. He's 30 now. I think his time is done. He's been a great servant, but I sent him to Saudi. That's number 1. Number 2, I will sell Sean Longstaff. For me, I'm not believing he's got 1 year left on his contract. People say, but he's a local lad and he works out for the team. Being a local lad, works out for the team, is not going to win me a title or get me top 4.
Yeah,
for me. When you got players like Tonali, when you got players like Joe Linton, Bruno G, they are the 3 that'll be first choice. Lewis Miley's coming through. Fantastic. Joe Willock, when he is fit.
Yeah, you don't need Sean Longstaff. You've got enough depth in that midfield area. He's bringing a lot being homegrown.
Yeah, we've got 6, and Lewis Miley's a homegrown as well. So, and Elliot Anderson's homegrown. So that's 2 homegrowns in the midfield right there. Yeah, so Sean can go for me. Okay. And the next one I'm gonna sell. I'm sorry to say this, Callum Wilson is too injury prone for me. Right? How many games he's played? It's not the first time he's been injured, but he scored 10, 11 goals this season, and he's 32 now. He's been a great servant. We love the guy, but we need a backup striker. And I'm not talking about a young striker. Someone's going to come in for the ready and from the now, because we want to go for a trophies next season and push for top 4. Potential, we don't want that. We need to go out there and make a statement to say, right, you know what? We're going to get this player, and he's going to come and hit the ground running. That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
So, Miggy, Wilson, Longstaff.
Good shout on that. That should generate a lot of income for you to be able to spend. So I think that's good. I think it's very good, John. What should be the aim for Newcastle next season and Eddie Howe? Should it be get it back into Europe? Is it top 4, or can you close the gaps on the best team in England? Let me know.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to do better than 7th next season, yeah? I mean, our Newcastle fans are just happy to go over the ride, just basically just say, you know what, if it gets us top 4, cool, great season. But I want to win trophies, Harry. I want to win trophies. Yeah. 55 years is a long damn time to win a trophy. Yeah. We got to concentrate on trophies. Yeah. Give it a go, man. Play our strong team. Yeah. Whoever you play against, play our strongest team and just get over and done with. Yeah. We got to get good draws. Yeah. That's what we need to do. Because you had tough draws. We had Man City, we won that game. United, we won that game. Chelsea, we could have won it. I mean, look, we've been unlucky with draws, man. And what more can I say? But
you need to turn those draws into wins next season, like Everton at home and things like Luton as well.
That's another thing. Exactly. I was just going to comment out as Everton as well. We should have won that game thanks to Dubber decided to be a WWE wrestler. You know what I mean? And we lost Everton. No way.
What's he doing? What's that about? Completely took him out.
Beats me, man. Beats me, man.
Yeah.
But, listen, at the end of the day, right? I mean, he's going anyway. He's gone now after 27 years. Came to the club at 7-year-old and 25 years, actually, as I speak. But for me, we've got to get a trophy, top 4, and just push on for top 4 if we can, but concentrate on trophies. Yeah?
Which one would you rather, though, if you could only take one, top 4 or a trophy?
Trophy, mate. Yeah. Trophy every time, because I want to see us win a trophy, and that will make my year. Any trophy, whether it be the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. The FA Cup for me will be so special because I want to win that competition. Yeah, every year I want to win that competition. I tell you what, if we win the FA Cup but miss out the top 4, cool. I'd take that. Then I'd
John, does it excite you though that Pep could leave at the end of next season? Does it open an opportunity for lots of clubs, Newcastle, Arsenal, Tottenham, to go out there and ultimately close the gap and fight for the title? I mean, Klopp's gone and Guardiola's potentially going. It looks exciting for others, right?
It does say. I mean, I think, all the top clubs be loving it with Pep. Moves on for Man City. Yeah, it'd be missed for the Premier League though, because I quite like Pep. Do you know what I mean? He's great for Premier League football. Yeah. However, not for Man City because they won the Premier League title for the 4 years straight. Yeah, 4 years straight. It'll be 5th year straight before he does it. Yeah, then we have got to close that gap. But how can they close them down? I have no idea. They're so good a team. They've got 2 teams for every position, yeah? And that's what they've got, yeah? Whoever comes and plays for Man City is going to put on a show. That's why they win games, yeah? That's why they are league title winners, yeah? For last 4 years. And I'll tell you what, I hope now clubs gives it a go against Man City. Don't sit back. Give it a go, yeah? That's what I want to do. People say if you take them on, you're going to get absolutely mullered, yeah? But we play attacking football as well. If we defend properly, who knows? But once Pep goes, it'll be an open competition again. Then it's going to be exciting.
But it certainly will be exciting.
I would be surprised if they got someone wrapped up. Someone's going to come in. And I would not be surprised if it's Arteta going to Man City. But is he good enough? I doubt it, yeah? Arteta's got to get Arsenal over the line first, and I don't think he's that manager who's going to get over the line. I don't think he's the manager who's going to win trophies.
Okay, fair enough. Will Postecoglou win a trophy at Spurs, do you think? Can you see him, breaking that kind of cycle of no trophy for Tottenham since 2008? Can you honestly see it happening?
If you've got the players to do it, but you've got to believe in yourself, yeah? I think Ange's a winner. I mean, he will be a winner in the Premier League. Yeah, you got to hold on to him because I think he's really good. Yeah, I mean, Daniel Levy's got to back this guy all the way. And if he doesn't back him, he walks. Yeah.
Should he stick with his system, though, do you think, Ange? Because he won in Scotland, Japan doing it. Or look at that Chelsea game earlier in the season at home. We lost 4-1 and he played the high line. Should he keep going with that? Well, get him success at Tottenham? Or is the Premier League just that step too, maybe some are saying that Premier League is that too far for him. What do you make of that?
I don't think it is, I mean, Ange's got one way of playing, and that is a high pressing game. 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. He always play a back 4, yeah? And he will not change his philosophy of football, yeah? He will not change, in my opinion, yeah? It's Ange's way or the highway for me, yeah? You got to keep with it. I mean, you just got to defend properly. You can defend properly. You got a back 4 to defend properly, yeah? You got a good keeper in Vicario as well, yeah? But it's all about believing. You've got to keep believing in yourself, yeah? Get a number 9 and I think your season will change for the better.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. What should be the aim, though, for Spurs next season? Obviously, finishing fifth in his first season. Is Champions League a minimum requirement?
I think for me, a Champions League, and you got to fight for the trophy as well. I think
Yeah.
Spurs needs to win a trophy. You haven't won since
Absolutely.
2008. That's what, 16 years ago?
Yeah.
We haven't won for 55 years, pal. So, look, at the end of the day, that's a lot.
You're the one to talk about pain, John. You've experienced a lot longer pain.
Exactly. I'm suffering the pain now, and I'm still suffering the pain now. I mean, most Newcastle fans are just happy to go along with it. But for me, it's all about winning trophies. Elite sports is all about winning the trophies. Yeah?
Must be nice to see the back of Mike Ashley, though, and some owners
Yeah.
that actually seem like they care about the community. It must be nice in a way to know that you're heading at least in the right direction.
Yeah, fact. I mean, we had Ashley for 15 years, painful. We had to go through it, yeah, and we had to suffer from it as well. And the managers he's appointed as well. Wow. I mean, Alan Pardew, to be fair, he did all right in parts, but at the end of the day, right, I mean, he's a puppet to Mike Ashley. Then Steve McLaren, disaster. Rafa Benitez, yeah, did brilliantly, yeah, but he wasn't backed. Then Steve Bruce, I'm sorry, I'm not being funny, but that's the worst appointment. And Ashley, people say he's a Geordie, yeah, but look at what he's done. Nout. I mean, it took him, Joe Linton, right? One of the worst signings in history, right? Went under Bruce, but Eddie had to pick up the pieces and play in the midfield, yeah. And then he always plays a back five, too defensive, and you know what? I still keep his season ticket if Steve Bruce was there, but for me, I'm glad Eddie came in. But I love Newcastle, I'm a Newcastle fan, but I wouldn't back Steve Bruce. Never. Not in a million. Yeah, I back the team, but not Steve Bruce, because that guy, I wanted him out before he even.
Was he treated harshly, though, do you think, by the fan base at the end?
No, not at all, because at the end of the day, the things he's come out with, right? He's playing boring football, the worst football I've seen for a long time, right? Didn't listen to the fans, yeah? Always sided with Ashley, yeah? He was, I mean, Harry, he was just absolutely shocking. You know what? I got a wooden spoon here. I would have cooked him. I would have absolutely cooked him. Cook him up, marinated him, spice him up, bung in the oven, yeah? That manager, seriously, man, is the worst I have seen in my life. And the football's just turgid, man, honestly. And he's only given us a thousandth game before he got sacked by the new owners.
Yeah, there we go. So, next season, though, before we wrap up, John, where do you think that both Newcastle and Spurs will finish in the league? Who will finish higher?
It depends who we buy. If we win games, sort our way form out very quickly. I say top five would not be too far for us, but I'm going to go fifth.
Okay.
And for Tottenham,
for Spurs,
I'm going to put you. I'm sorry, Harry. I'm going to put you sixth because I still feel that Ange is going to play one way, and I think you're going to see lots of goals again, and that is your problem. You need a 9. Until you get a 9, I'm going to say 6 for you.
Yeah, I went down for us a 6th, but I think that we'll get to a domestic final, which is progress, or it would be the FA Cup or Carabao Cup. If I'm honest with you, in that 10-15 game period at the start of the season, it would have been about 10-12 games. Actually, I felt really positive looking ahead to next season. And even when we had players out, I was forever going, next season, I think we can win a trophy. But, realistically, I think that there's a massive gap, from teams like us to Arsenal, Man City. It's all about closing the gap. And obviously manager activity has a big part in it. So I'll take 6th would I take 6th in an FA Cup final? I don't know, but I want us to progress in domestic competition. I want to see signs. At least if that happens, you go, look, we treat it seriously. Europa League, I think if we treat it seriously, we can at least get to the semi-final. And I do mean that. I don't necessarily think we can win it, but we're one of the best few teams in it. Yeah. Let's see what happens.
I think you do well in the Europa League. I really do. I mean, like I said, if you get the players coming in, I don't see why you can go probably quarterfinals and then push on from there. I think you've got a base there. It depends who you get in the draw, because there's some tough ones in there. There will be tough ones in there.
Certainly will be. Really interesting to see. Obviously, the new format as well.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll get your thoughts on that. I know you're not in it, where you thought you were in Conference League, but then Man United, but you fever with them as well, compete with them all season just to go and do that. And you finish ahead of them, but they get Europa League bonkers. But what do you think of the new European format, which covers the Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League, which is a scrapping of the group stages, an interesting league instead? You play more games that way, though.
Yeah, I think, look, end of the day, it's going to be interesting, and you've got to play more games and to see how it goes from there. We've got to find out how it's going to pan out, Harry, but it's going to be very interesting to see how it goes. And then once it does that, it's going to keep going and going and going. So, got to, we're not in the Champions League or the Europa competitions, but it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be more games as well. And let's make sure you've got enough players to cope with it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We need that squad depth. I think that's really important. And the things like Timo Werner, there's been a lot of negativity and backlash from fans, and I've been in the heart of it, defending Timo Werner, because I think you've got to get behind one of the players. I get it if we signed him permanently, because I don't think that shows a lot of ambition. Player that doesn't have, isn't going to be playing at the top level 5-6 years time. I'd love to be proven wrong, but he adds depth. He adds competition to Son, and that's what it's all about. And in players like you mentioned there for Bournemouth, Lloyd Kelly, they don't set the world alight. They're not going to go and get 50 caps for England, but they'll do a job when required. And fans who say that will be the first to moan when there's no one to come in. So when we have to get a player out injured, they'll be the first to moan. Do you experience that at Newcastle, John? Fans are just never happy either way.
Yeah, it's exactly the same at Newcastle. Yeah, I mean, I know a player, if a player's good, I say they're good. If they're not, I say keep away. But for me, I think Lloyd Kelly be good. Come in squad then. Can they centre back? Can they left back? Yeah. I think you do Andy sort of thing if he's not getting too many injuries.
Especially your centre backs out for the new year. They're both out for the new year, aren't they? Like the Sells and Botman. They're out for a while, aren't they?
Yeah, he's out. He's going to be out until January. He's going to be out between 9 and 12 months. Ankle ligament. And will he be the same player when he comes back? That'd be very interesting. The Sells the same as well. He's going to be out for the same amount of time. But I think Kelly will come in. I think he'll do a job. Also, we got Lewis Hall. Could be on the permanent signing. I think that'd be a permanent sign for 28 mil. The left back would be his own. So for me, Lloyd Kelly would be centre back. I can't say playing left back. I think he'd be a centre back. And then Lewis Hall can do his thing at left back. But for me, it's all about squad depth. We got it in midfield. We got it at the back now. We just need a right side of mid and a number 9. Jacob Murphy, I like him, but he should be a squad player.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with that. So that wraps us up nicely. So thank you very much, everyone who tuned in to this fantastic interview. Do get in touch. Do get involved with your thoughts on it. John, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for giving me your time this evening. Where can people find you? Because your channel is excellent. The work you do is excellent. Always love to get you on the channel. So where can people find you?
Well, first off, Harry, thank you so much for having us on. And also, Peter's going to watch this video later. So do subscribe to Scarthy Spurs Talk. He is amazing. And he's only 16. And 16 still? 15?
15. Not far off 16.
Not far off 16. You're doing really well, man. Big ups to you. Young lad. Yeah. In about 10, 15 years' time, I'm not going to do this. He's going to carry on doing for the next 40 years. But listen, it's John Sinclair TV, people. I've got nearly 8,000 subs. And I do lives. I do reviews, previews, watch-alongs where I get a chance. I also do collabs with other fans as well. And I do matchday vlogs as well. And I'll be doing matchday vlogs as well. Transfer shows. Look out for us as well. Smash the like, subscribe to us as well. And my sub's gone really quick because that other show I did was fantastic. I also done a social show yesterday. The numbers went up quite quickly.
How many views has it got, the show, if you don't mind me asking?
Sophie, me and Sophie, we did yesterday. We've done about 250 views on that one. With Alice, it's nearly 2,500 views.
Wow. I don't know with Alice. It's not quite that high. She's great, isn't she, though?
She is amazing. For me, I think she is the best content came on my channel. I mean, Adam Pearson's one. Alice is another one. Yeah. And
Adam's great as well. Honestly, they're all good.
Adam's brilliant. Paul Timothy is great as well. And Yeah, and there's just you got Lee as well, Newcastle Fans TV as well. You got Pete, you got Tony. They're all good. They're all really good at what they do. And they're all good. They're all really good. So I highly recommend sub theirs as well.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, John. Do you reckon me and you be seeing, a few years' time, be sitting together on Sky Sports News? What do you reckon?
You never know. I'll probably be entertaining though. I'll probably be entertaining, but I'm not the wrong age, like. But you never know. But I can entertain.
I think you'd be good at it. I think you have the quality.
Thank you very much indeed. If I'm good at expressions, then that would be brilliant.
Very interesting comparison.
He has fantastic expressions.
He's great, isn't he?
He is fantastic. That's why he gets the views and the likes, and big up to him, man. And he doesn't mess about, and bosh, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But what a guy. He is entertaining. Big up expressions.
Certainly is. Yeah, thank you very much, John. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. It's free to do so, and it helps the show grow. Lots of content like this throughout the summer. Interviews, England content, Spurs news updates, wherever transfer links, transfer rumours when they're confirmed in and out of the club. So do stay tuned for that and turn the notifications bell on to keep you up to date with all that content. Premier League and Spurs content as well coming next season. As I said, a lot of England content as well. If you're interested in supporting the podcast further, do drop us a follow on a podcast platform, wherever you get your podcast platforms, whether that be Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, wherever that may be. That'd be much appreciated. That's a follow and a 5-star review. For now, sorry, John, this may not apply to you. You can say it your own way. Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah, well, lads.
You were working as a manager at Celtic Park when we met you. We picked you out, you shook us up and turned us around. You've turned us into something new. Ange Postecoglou, you know that we believe it when you say you're gonna change it. Ange Postecoglou, we're the mighty Tottenham and nobody's gonna stop them. Oh, we look so fine in blue and lily white. And then he said to me, I'm from a land down under. Postecoglou, baby. Postecoglou, oh. Postecoglou, baby. Postecoglou, oh. Postecoglou, baby. Postecoglou, oh. Postecoglou, baby. Postecoglou,